Hi my girls, this is Anna again for a short video, and on this video I just want to share some tips and techniques and short reviews for those college students or senior high school students that are planning to study abroad, especially to enter university in States or in Canada and some other English-speaking country. So I will just want to give you some tips and techniques how you can get easily pass or get a high score when you take this major English exam. Okay, so that's it for my Japanese viewers. Okay, 今回はですね、皆さん、ちょっと特別な、動画、この動画ですね、日本人の、学生の方は、もし、アメリカとかカナダとか、アメリカとかカナダとか、その2人の、の国、大学を勉強したいなったら、この、試験が、なんて言ったっけ、この試験は、required なんていう、決まってるんですね。やっぱり、あなたの、日本語のレベルは、確認するんですね。どこまでわかるだから。これちょっと大切ですね。私も、3年前、2年前かな、忘れたんですけど、だいぶ長いんですけど、この試験は受けたんですけど、大体はその、簡単でめちゃくちゃ難しいんですね。だから、大体は2ヶ月、3ヶ月の、自分の勉強、セルフスタディやったんだから、それですね。じゃあ、この動画はね、大体、英語と日本語喋りますですね。だから、それではよろしくお願いします。ごめんね、今、私の、テレビ、やってるんだから、大体私、CNN の、この CNN ニュース、毎日見てるんですね。やっぱり current events とか、それ私、最近は、日本のニュースは例えば NHK とか見てないんですけど、ケーブルテレビあるから、なるべくケーブルテレビを見たいんですね。それでは始まりましょう。今まだ時間、まだちょっと、多分30分ぐらいこれやる。あともうちょっと出かけるかな。だって、夕方ぐらいはだいたい5時から私の塾は始まるんですけども、ちょっと午前中は、英会話ですね、ベイビークラス。そして夕方は、塾だってちょっと忙しいですね。でも本当、ではよろしくお願いします。Okay, so the first exam that I want you to give tips is this one, the TOEIC test. Okay, especially for those if you're an Asian, especially Filipina or other Asian countries, Japanese, Nihonjin, if you want to work as an English assistant in some eikaiwa or to be an English instructor, sometimes this is the only English proficiency some schools eikaiwa company that they only require. When I apply for as an assistant in one eikaiwa, this is the only English exam that I put in my resume, and I got hired. And usually the required passing score to take this test is usually some 700. The highest score is 800, and the required, if you want to be an assistant or English teacher here in Japan, usually it's around 740 and above, But I was lucky. I don't want to tell you my score with it, but I was able to pass this exam. This exam is very quite easy, compared with the other exam, So this is the first that I'm going to give you points with this one, and TOEIC test and TOEFL-IBT test, okay. These two exams is very, very different. The level of this exam, it's not the same, okay. So TOEIC is the easiest, and I think TOEFL-IBT is the hardest English exam that you can take, okay. They have the, I don't know, they have the Cambridge, they have the IELTS. I think IELTS is not that hard enough compared with this one, This is, you're gonna kick some ass if you will really want to get a high score with this exam, okay. So now let's do with this one first, okay. So this exam, this test has I think it has 3 parts. It has the reading, usually grammar, and then they have the listening, and what else? There's no speaking in this. They only have the writing, the vocabulary, reading comprehension, that's it. And then they have the listening, and then 2 parts listening and grammar, And with this exam, I recommend you to use Baron, this one, Baron. I got the 4th edition, but I think every 3 years or 2 years, they're always updating their review book, so you might as well get the current one, okay, the updated one, okay. They always revise their books, okay. So okay, 皆さんね、TOEIC はね、その難しいじゃないんですね。だいたい listening とか、あと文法、grammar、そのテストだけですね。だいたい okay, I'll show you. So the first part is listening comprehension. In the listening comprehension, usually they show you pictures and then some questions, and yeah, they have 4 parts. They have in the listening, they have in part 1, they have the photographs, then they have the question and response, conversation, and talk. So with part 1, only 10 questions, then the rest is 30 questions. So it's very, very easy, Yeah. This one. Yes. And then yeah. Usually I do recommend you to get this review book, because the same format, okay, not the same, but the idea of the test is almost the same. So if you will take this, use this book, I think you have I could say 50% chances that you can get a high score, maybe around 600 or 700 and up, So皆さん、これはおすすめたいんですね。もし TOEIC テストは受けたいだったら、この本 Baron's TOEIC Test Review Book です。おすすめたいね。まあ、すごい全部の、まあ、勉強簡単にし、あと、まあ、テクニックとか、まあ、あるんだから、まあ、だいたいもしこれ、まあ、2ヶ月ぐらい、2ヶ月ぐらい勉強したんだったら、まあ、多分、50%、まあ、TOEIC テスト受けるんでしょう。すごいですね。まあ、これはね、まあ、主婦の方でも、もし、英会話のアシスタントか、パートにしたいんだったら、これ私、おすすめたいんですね。So, also, for those who wants to start working as a part-time English assistant or teacher here in Japan, you just take this exam. You might use this review book, this Baron review TOEIC test review book. I think you'll just try to study it for 1 month or 2 months. I think you have 50-50 chances you might pass this test. Very easy. Okay, so I will not elaborate with this one. It's very easy. Okay, in layman's term, I can understand it. Okay, so this one finished that. Okay, then the next one is, okay, this one, the TOEFL. With the TOEIC test, this is quite cheap, you know. It's only cost, I don't know if they changed their price. I think I registered online. It's only 6,000 yen, so around, how much is 60,000 yen in dollars? Less than $50. Quite cheap, isn't it? So might as well, if you're not busy, you know, might as well take chance to take TOEIC test, you know. One step up. Okay. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. The next is this one, TOEFL-IBT test. You know, this is the hardest one, you know. Super hard. It has four parts. They have the listening, 3 parts. They have the listening, the reading, and the speaking. Okay, that's the 3 parts. And this test takes about, how long is this test? 2 hours. 3 hours, you know, 3 hours, you know. 皆さん、今これはね、おすすめ、TOEFL-IBT の試験ですね。これは一番難しいな英語の試験ですけど、でも受けたらなったら、本当はあなたの勉強の幅の将来はすごい幅長くなるね。アメリカとかカナダとかオーストラリアとか、エングリッシュはわからないね。だってエングリッシュはIELTS はあるんですけども、でも多分これは一番スタンダード、一番難しいだから、多分これを買ったらなったら多分その IELTS はいらないんじゃないかなと思ったんですけど。Okay, so I'm gasping my breath because you know I have a little heart. I already have my aortic operation, you know. So on my next vlog, I'm gonna tell you about that. Okay. So this is the hardest English exam, okay, that I've ever taken. I think so far, okay. It has 3 parts: the listening, the reading, and the speaking. Okay, so this takes around 3 hours, and this exam is quite expensive, you know, because it runs for around $350, you know. See, how much does it yen? Daita yung mang yang 2万3万円ぐらい忘れたんですけど、でも大体3万円もちょっと払ったんですけど、高いんでしょう。 Okay, so now, okay, with the reading part of this test, they have the reading part, you know. It's the hardest. For me, the hardest is the reading, you know. You have to put a lot of time in reviewing the reading, because in the reading part, you know, it's 1 hour, and how many questions? I think it's more than 10, I think 5 paragraphs, and it's very, very long, quite long, you know. And you know, so first they're gonna show you a paragraph, a long paragraph, and based on that paragraph, there are 10 questions that multiple choice, okay, that you need to answer regarding the paragraphs that you read. Okay, now the technique of in the reading part, okay, is it because it's only 60 minutes, less than 60 minutes, and then you have how many paragraphs is that? 5, you know. You don't need to read it, you know. The technique is that question 1, the question in the question, it has paragraph 1, 2, 3, or so. It's already it's on it. It said this question is in paragraph 1, so paragraph 2. So if you say it's in paragraph 2, then just browse the title, then you know, browse reading, you know. Then after that, go ahead to the question, and then this is in paragraph 2, then go to paragraph 2 and then read the question, and then just the part that you think where's the answer, that's it. You don't need to read all the whole paragraph. It's gonna cause you to cram, for you to be cause you to cram, you know. So no, you don't need to read all the whole paragraph, you know. Just look for the question and what paragraph is that, then go ahead, scroll, and then look for the sentences that is connected to the question. So then just put an answer. Okay, so if you're not sure with your answer, just mark your answer and then just don't leave it blank. Okay, because when you leave it blank, because this is a computerized test. Okay, it's not like TOEIC, it's paper based, so it's okay. But with computer, you know, I don't suggest you to leave it blank. Just put the best answer that you can choose. Okay, that's it. And then also tip number 2 with the reading is some of the question, in the question usually they have 4 multiple choices, A, B, C, D. Usually, you know, with this exam, okay, you have to understand they use a lot of rhetorical question. What is rhetorical question? So these are questions that it's nothing to do with the paragraph or the essay that you read. It's just trying to trick your brain, to trick you, okay, if you understand the paragraph, the sense of the essay or the paragraph that you read. Okay, so there are some rhetorical sentences, rhetorical that might trick you, that because it's rhetorical, you know, it's so elaborated that you might think, oh, maybe this is the answer, but no. So you have to understand. So how do you know if it's a rhetorical sentence? Okay, so you will look, okay, if it's a rhetorical sentence, usually some of the words is almost the same about, but it's the words that was there are no words that is mentioned on the paragraph. It's not related. Okay, so that's about it. Okay, just comment down below what you your own understanding about rhetorical questions. Okay, next. Okay, so that's it. So next with the listening. Okay, with the listening part, it's very easy, you know. So I think you will listen to a short passage, and then you listen to a short passage, and then there are some questions, you know. Very easy, I think, if you have a basic English, if you're fluent, or if you I think maybe it's okay. You don't need to put a lot of time with the listening. Okay, but okay, just listen carefully. Okay. Next is the speaking. You know, with me, with my exam, I did pass this test and I got a high score because I did good with my speaking. You know, with my reading, you know, because I'm not I hate reading long paragraphs, you know, and I just, because I'm very time conscious with the time. I just want to finish it without blank, okay, because that's a computerized exam, okay. So my score, I think maybe it's okay enough. And then, but with the speaking, that's the hardest, you know. Okay, I will give you a hint with the speaking. Okay, so in the speaking, when you answer with their for example, they have the question, what do you think about blah 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 blah, like that. Now when you answer, this is how the pattern they want you to answer. Okay, first state the question, say the topic of the question. Okay, for example, the man talks about, the man says about, for example, the man talks about geography, and okay, and, or for example, the lecture is about biology, that talks about volcanoes and sediment rocks, like that, you know. That's it. Okay, and then you need to then after that you need to give 2 reasons. Then in each reason you have to make one example, and then you, in the end, you just you need to conclude your answer, you know. And then you have to speak within 60 minutes. Okay, 60 seconds, 60 minutes, 60 seconds, you know. So you can't talk the lecture, you need to have because, you know, usually with when you speak English, usually you talk a bit fast. Okay, they don't want a slouchy voice. They want a fluent and okay, girls. So that's it for my my video, and I hope I give you this video gives you a little tips for those who are planning to take this two tests, TOEIC test and TOEFL-IBT test. So if you're planning to study in States and in Canada and some other English speaking country, I do recommend you to take TOEFL-IBT test. And if you're planning to work as an English assistant or an English instructor here in Japan, I suggest you, if you're a beginner, you know, take this TOEIC test, you know, because compare with this one, this is easy. Okay, very much easy compared with this one. This is quite high level, advanced. Okay, usually this is required for those who wanna study in in a university in state. Okay, so this is quite hard. So it usually takes you about 2 months to study. Okay, with this one maybe less than a month, maybe you can if you're good enough. But this one, I required you to put a lot of time in studying this one. But if you pass this one, it's good. You have a lot of opportunities that might come along the way. Because with me, that's what happened to me. I passed this test. Okay, when I took this test, it's the start. I start as an assistant. Okay, in a small Ekawa, okay, English nursery school. Okay, this is the only test that I get, and then I took this test, TOEFL-IBT, and then my score is quite good enough, and then from that I was hired in a big Ekawa international school and Japanese cram school. Okay, with the Japanese cram school, it's also required you take Japanese proficiency test, JLPT test. Okay, usually N4 or N4. That's the highest. Okay, I'm planning to take up N3, but I don't have time to review. Maybe next year. It's not yet necessary for me to take this exam. So I hope, girls, I give you some tips. This video helps you enough, give you a little bit understanding about this two major English test that is required. Okay, so if you're planning to be a teacher here in Japan or to study in States and in some other countries. So, minasan, I hope this video, minasan, 短いんですけども、なるべく、So that's for my video, girls. I hope you do. I do help you, girls, or some other student out there. I give you a little bit of a tips on how to ace these two English tests that is required for you if you're planning to study abroad and if you're planning to work as an English teacher or an assistant in Ikawa. My suggestion is if you're planning to be if you're a beginner and you want to work in an Ikawa or an English nursery, might as well take the TOEIC test first. Okay, it's much easier. Okay, then after that, if you want to study abroad or you want to be English teacher, I suggest you to get this one, TOEFL-IBT test. Okay, so if you get a high score with this test, it's really amazing. You'll get a lot of opportunities to work as a teacher or a translator. For me, when I took this TOEFL-IBT, I got a lot of emails from universities that they want me to enroll in their school, online course, and then my career really changed a lot right now. So I'm happy that I really took this test, and I'm still planning to take this test to update, and then right now I'm working with two major I'm working at international school Ikawa, and then in Japanese cram school Juku. But with the Japanese Juku, it's also required you to take Japanese proficiency. So I took N4. It is the second to the lowest, and that's the required your basic Nihongo skill. And I'm lucky, that I passed that so hard, because Japanese test is not, it's all in kanji, so if you're not used to reading kanji, then might as well don't take that test, okay? But just waste your time. But me, I just want it because of course you're in Japan. If you take that test, there's a lot of opportunity also. So right now I have 2 schools that I'm working with, and my teaching career is getting much better compared with the past years. Okay, so that's it for my video, and if you like this video, please click the thumbs up button, and please do comment down below to those who have take this test. Just comment about how your experience and what can you share about it, and for those who are still planning to take it, just you can free to ask me some question. Okay, so it's okay. Minasan,ちょっと長いけど、ちょっとだけのポイントを言ったんですけど、なるべく本当私この2つのテストを進めたいんですね。もしこのテストを受けたんだったら、勉強は幅広くなると、あと、仕事もカリアアップは、すごい幅良くなるよ。Sorry for my cough. 日本人もし日本人の方、主婦とか、ちょっと英会話パートしたいんだったら、プライベートレッスンやりたいんだったら、本当この2つの試験をおすすめたいんですけど、それではThat's it. Okay, so I forgot what I have to say. So I'm running out of time. I still need to go to drive 30 minutes from my apartment to my Juku. So that's for my video, and I hope you do. If you like most of my video, just subscribe, share, and like. But if you don't like, then just dislike it, bash me. I don't care, because I'm just happy with what I'm doing, and I just want to share a little bit about something about the things that I do. That's it. If you don't like what I'm doing, hell, I don't care. Okay, because this is my channel. Okay, bash me, bash others, it's okay. Okay, I'm sorry with that kind of word. So that's it. Okay, so thank you, girls, and I hope to see you with my another video. ではお疲れ様でした。さようなら。